What up, guys?
The Mystery Rider's Disappearance, Part 1.
Sorry, I feel like I've been gone forever, but I really haven't. Maybe a day. Who's this guy? Wait, we missed another case? Wait, is this... Wait, did I mess up? Wait, did I skip an episode?
I know who the killer is, and he's standing right here among us. Now I'll give you one chance to come forward on your own.
Who's that? Oh, it's a show. I'm sorry, I'm not all there. You know, I haven't been in the best health the last few days.
Killer, I know it.
Nah, you got it all wrong. The son appears to be the killer, but it's the wife that actually did it.
Oh yeah? What about you, Conan? Who do you think?
He's probably wrong.
Huh? Oh, I think I'm going with the same guy that you said.
Ha! See, Conan agrees with me.
Like I want him on my side.
You do.
Sorry, I'm allergic to amateurs.
Oh, hell no, man. If this guy...
Killer is the victim's son. Did you really think you'd get away with it?
I knew it!
No way, that's crazy.
Yo.
I never liked this show anyway.
You guys think, like, in the last
One of the
episode...
highest rated shows on TV for the last 5 years, and every one of the books is a bestseller.
Like,
You can't say you hate the show when I catch you watching it every week.
like the last episode of Detective Conan, like, ever? You think, Jimmy's gonna tell Richard that, oh, yo, by the way, I solved all those cases for you.
What are you doing, Dad? Would you turn it back?
That would probably get him, that would probably blow his brain.
Come on, turn it back. We're gonna miss the best part. Detective Simon's gonna pull out his sword and recite a verse to the killer.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, give it back.
What a joke, fighting over something as trivial as this.
Jimmy's too cool for that.
Especially when there's a city full of people being victimized by the organization without even knowing it. The same
Canon?
organization that nearly killed me without blinking an eye.
Canon
In order for
episode?
me to get back to my real body, I have the monumental task of converting old Richard from a lousy detective into a competent one. Maybe I'll be able to get my hands on some information about the men in black.
Bro,
The way I see
Canon
it, the more cases we get to solve, the better the chances are that we'll get cases involving them. As long as I
Yeah.
keep pursuing the truth, then it's just a simple waiting game.
Can we
I
get
have
more of
all the
those?
time in the world.
Great, we missed the
I love the fillers.
I fail to see what's so great about that show.
I love the
If he
Canon
were real, he
episodes.
wouldn't solve anything.
Funny how
But I want
that
an
goes,
episode-
because if I weren't around, you wouldn't solve anything.
True,
I
true.
don't get the point in syndicating a show like that. I mean, if you've seen a whodunit once, then you already know who done it, right?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
it's because they're
but
continuing
it's still
the
fun
series.
to watch.
I know I have it here somewhere. About 2 months ago, they started releasing new stories in Enigma magazine. See, here it is.
Wait,
Check it out.
oh,
It says Jonathan Nant's long-awaited Detective Simon series is back.
No
Enigma.
way! That rules!
Wait, is that what I think it is?
That's great! He
There
was
is a
thought to have
thing
died in the big
portraying
fire 10
of-
years ago, but I guess Simon was
Uh-huh.
alive after all.
How would you know?
Oh, Jimmy mentioned it the other day when I was talking to him on the phone.
Jimmy called?
That phony little wannabe.
Look at her face. Wannabe. I'm gonna be real with you. This part right here, I saw this part right there, her. Like, cause I went to the wrong
That's
episode
strange. I
before
wonder who
this.
it could be at this hour.
But I just saw that little part.
Rachel, if it's a client, tell him to come back tomorrow. We're closed for the night.
Okay,
So
then, I got
right
it.
here, I'm blind. I don't know what's gonna happen. I saw it. I'm so
Excuse
dumb,
me,
bro.
Ma'am, we're closed for the night. Oh, but I have something urgent I need to talk to Detective Moore about.
Bow tie.
I'm only asking for a few minutes. Please, it's
I
important.
love you. Beautiful.
Wow! Holy monopoly!
I'm sorry. Maybe if you had called ahead, we could have fit you in, but it's just too late.
Disregard what she just said! What are you thinking pushing a client out in the cold like that? So sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm Richard Moore, the world-famous detective. Excuse my
That's
daughter
funny.
for being so rude. Please come in and make yourself comfortable. I insist.
You know what?
Thank you.
You know what I'm
You bet.
curious about? If Richard fled with her
Leave
face,
him. He'll do anything to impress a beautiful woman.
Please,
when Richard
won't you sit down?
flirts with a girl and the girl wants him, back, and then she says like, oh yeah, she's going for a kiss.
I'm a perfectionist. I keep the place tight.
Right.
Do you guys think he'll kiss her back? Because I I would love to see that, because you know maybe he's still if he kisses her back, that means he doesn't love.
Oh, thank you.
He doesn't care about
Well, now let's
Rachel's
get
mom
down to
anymore.
business, shall we? What can I help you with?
Oh, right. My card.
I just
Here,
popped in my
I'm
head.
Katie Nance. Nance? Wait a minute. I know that name.
You're related to the mystery writer?
Yes, that's right. I'm his daughter. My father is Jonathan Nance.
Well, I'll be. We just got finished watching Detective Simon.
Oh, he
I'm
made
one
the
of
show?
the biggest fans of that show. I watch it
Cool.
every single week. Right?
He was just talking shit about
I
it.
think I understand why you're here. You want me to star alongside Detective Simon in the next series.
No, that's
No.
not it. I wanted you to help me find my father, Detective. He's gone missing.
Oh, he dead.
What?
Oh, he dead.
Wait, I'm not following. Are you sure he's not just on an extended holiday? He's been writing stories for Enigma magazine for the last couple of months.
I'm positive
He
he
did.
and my mother just didn't come home one night. It's not like them.
Wait,
Both
your
of
mother
them.
is missing too?
My parents disappeared just a week before my father's first story was due to the editor. The only thing they left behind was a note saying we'll be out for a while. I've checked in with all of our relatives and their friends, but nobody knows where they are.
But if your father's stories are being printed, then he must be writing them. How is he doing that if he's missing in action?
It's
Maybe
strange,
he's
but
captured,
for the
kidnapped.
past 8 weeks, my father's work has been faxed to his editor with no explanation of his whereabouts. It's sent every
Wha-
Saturday at midnight, never a minute later.
I got a theory. Her dad
Wait,
stole.
isn't the phone number of the sender on the fax sheet? You could just have the police trace it back to where it was sent from.
Stole the
Believe me, I
story from
looked.
someone else.
Every fax I've ever seen has a phone number on it, but for some reason these don't.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here.
And that person
Your
killed
father
her
went away to
parents.
write and took your mother with him. Those faxes are probably coming from some hotel.
But I usually talk to my parents every day. We have a very close relationship. That's why I think something horrible has happened to them. They'd never take off without calling
I
me.
love you.
I just can't bear the thought of anything happening to either one of them.
I love you.
Have you at least notified the police about this?
Yes, I filed a missing persons report, but I don't think they're even trying to find my parents. They said since I'm not being blackmailed and there's no proof of a kidnapping, the case's priority is very low. I've gone
What?
to other detective agencies, but their answers are always the same. No one wants to help.
I want to hug her.
I have no one else to turn to. Mr. Moore,
Oh.
you're my only hope.
Oh no. Oh, you know he got a Woody.
We're wasting valuable time sitting here talking.
Yeah.
Let's head over to that editor's office and start looking around. If what you're saying is true, then another one of those manuscripts will be faxed in a few hours.
All right, let's go.
Aww. Yeah, you put Botan's voice in any like girl character, I'm in love with.
Ah, Miss Nance.
Bro, I missed it. I feel like I haven't watched Detective Conan in like a month. Look at Rachel looking at him.
Yes, that's right. We've been receiving Mr. Nance's manuscripts every week. We're actually expecting another one tonight. But it should be here soon if you guys want to wait around for it.
How can you be certain that it's Mr. Nance who's writing all these manuscripts and sending them in?
Well, he writes them on his laptop, so we can't tell it's him by the handwriting, if that's what you mean.
Oh
He
man,
does,
that's
however, sign
perfect.
every copy by hand. He always puts it next to the title.
Sketchy
Hold on,
as
let me
hell.
grab a couple of old scripts from my desk and I'll show you what I mean.
Hey, he looks sus. Everyone looks sus.
These are all for a continuing story called Prime Objective, huh? Okay, I see the signatures. Your father's signature here. Does it look to you like it might have been forged?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I guess it looks pretty accurate to me.
They're making
I
him
wouldn't
write
worry
his
about it if I were
signature.
you, Katie. I'm sure your dad's just so immersed in his writing that he's forgotten to check in lately. We call it the zone around here. It's pretty common.
Maybe
I
the
know
mom.
dozens of writers who act like that when they have a looming deadline.
Yeah, but her mother's with him too. That doesn't explain
Yeah.
why she wouldn't think of calling for the last 2 months.
Maybe the mom could do it. And maybe the mom
Wow,
killed
that's weird. I had no
the husband.
idea.
Did you happen to notice anything out of the ordinary about Mr. Nance when you talked to him?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You know, like the last time you had a meeting with him, maybe.
Well, I guess we did have lunch a few times and some pre-production meetings before the series started. but I couldn't say that I noticed anything particularly unusual.
Just think about it for a minute. It could have been really subtle, like a nervous
Yeah.
tick or something.
Anything.
Well, I guess the strangest
Nervous
thing would
dick?
be just the fact that he decided to start writing Detective Simon again after all these years.
How so?
It's just funny because we've been trying to convince Mr. Nance to restart the Simon series for almost 4 years now. But all those years, the answer he gave us was always the same.
I'm
What?
sorry, but when Simon died in the fire, the series died with him.
So, of course, we'd given up all hope that he'd ever write another Detective Simon story.
He must have
Then
stole
about
that
3
work.
months ago, totally
That
out of
story.
the blue, he calls me to say that he's decided to start up the series once again, and to leave a spot in the magazine open for him. Detective Simon used to be a major cash cow for this company. Once he called, we immediately put our current project on the back burner to make room for Mr. Nance's brilliant work.
That's interesting. Is there anything else?
It's not really about Mr. Nance per se, but in the beginning of the series, he wrote an interesting preface. If you hold on a minute, I'll read it to you. I
Alright, go
hereby
hurry
issue a
up.
challenge to all detectives. Solve the mystery at hand, reveal its hidden truth, and best me at my own game, if you can.
He wants to get caught.
That sounds like
He-
quite an aggressive preface, wouldn't you say?
He
Yeah.
did something.
But it's brilliant, because from the day that issue hit the streets, we received tons of fan mail, and we're
Oh,
already
that was
taking back
moolah.
orders for upcoming issues. I don't know what it was about that challenge that fired them up, but we've never seen so many fans get personally involved in a series before. And I guess at the end of the day, people eat this stuff up. They've been dying to read more of this series for years, so now that it's here, this huge response is expected.
Dying to. You get it?
Funny but true. Last year,
No,
some
no,
nutjob
that's not
called
funny.
the office and demanded we release more Detective Simon
I
or he'd
laughed.
burn the building down. I think the guy just forgot to take his medication.
Wow. Sounds like Nance has some rabid fans, huh?
And lots
What?
of... Oh, hey, there's one more thing I wanted to mention that might interest you. This time, Mr. Nance wrote himself into the series.
What?
He wrote himself in as an old friend of Simon's who's living in France, a relatively unknown mystery novelist. He doesn't use his real name for the character, but any fan of the series will understand that it's him. It's weird, he's been writing this series for over 40 years, but he's never done this sort of thing before. Of course,
Yeah,
I
y'all
haven't
got an
recommended
idea what's
the
going on,
series
huh?
Because it hasn't been written yet, but I think
I
we'll
kinda
learn that
do.
it's all been told from his character's perspective, as if he's describing the true adventures of his friend Detective Simon.
Do you think that I could see the scene that he wrote himself into?
Sure, why not?
Hey, he's a nice guy. My bad that I thought you were sus, bro.
So you like reading Detective Simon, huh, Conan?
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
Cool, we get to read it before it's printed.
That's the second chapter, and as you'll see, Simon calls Nance's character at his villa in France, asks for help on a case he's been having trouble with, tying in his character's involvement with the mystery. It's funny, he writes himself as being kind of aloof, but he's definitely not in reality.
What's this?
Wait, what? Oh, come on, bro. Hey, I'm a little rusty, guys, so I'm probably gonna fail it horribly.
Something's wrong here.
Huh?
Here, I'll show you.
Oh, she
There are
looks
random
beautiful in the
letters
back.
all over the pages that are bold while the other letters are normal. I think this guy must
Secret
have been really
message.
sleepy when he wrote this stuff.
That does seem odd. Could this possibly...
I love how Conan gives him
Has
some
this copy
clues.
been edited yet?
No, that's the strangest part. We made an initial editorial pass through the first chapter, but he was immediately against it. He said, an author's choice of words is his lifeblood and should never be tampered with. Basically, he didn't want us to do our jobs as editors. Then he said if we changed a single word he wrote for the magazine, he would pull the series. We figured he must have something up his sleeve, so we're playing ball. His following is just too big to risk losing him.
That makes this case much more intriguing. Why would he not want an editor to edit his work? Is he trying
Yeah.
to hide something?
Is he or trying to
Another
show
thing
us?
that's bothering me is Mr. Nance's
something.
signature. If my instincts are right, Mr. Nance could already be...
Dead. Yeah, he's probably dead.
There it is.
But-
Looks like the new manuscript is right on time.
That'd be crazy if this murderer killed the wife and the husband.
Let's see.
Oh, actually,
I
sir,
feel like the
got
wife
you.
is alive.
We have a very strict policy about this. You can read it next week when it hits the stands.
Oh.
Hey, hold on, kid.
Hey! Look at Conan said, I don't give a
Just
fuck.
as I thought.
Give me that, you nosy little brat.
But there's something strange about Mr. Nance's signature. In chapters 6 through 8, the signatures match perfectly.
Huh?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, like a copy.
His signatures in chapters 1 through 6 are all unique, yet these last 3 are the same. I wonder why that is.
Because they
Conan, the last 3 signatures were probably photocopied.
I know,
Yeah,
but
that.
why would he do that?
Yeah, maybe he just got lazy.
Because he's dead.
Or maybe he couldn't.
Mr. Moore?
If he's
He did.
unable to sign his own name, then it's very possible that Mr. Nance is already dead.
Oh no.
No, don't say that.
That's
Not in
bad.
front of the
But he may still be
daughter.
alive, so we have to act fast. You better get on the horn and call the police right now.
Yeah, I got it.
Conan could have like, yo, hey Richard, come over here in the corner.
I'm
Like,
not
yo, hey, I
100%
think this
sure that
guy's
he's dead, but I needed
straight
to
up
light a
dead.
fire under Richard to get him to act. The key to saving Mr. Nance's life is hidden somewhere in this novel. It's just a matter of finding it. He wouldn't have written that preface to the detectives of the world without including some type of code to break.
True.
Wait,
True.
can't you just alert the media that he's missing?
No way. That would just complicate things. Calm down,
Maguire.
Moore.
I am calm, McGuire. Just hear
I
me
messed
out.
up.
The fact is, we have a missing persons case that is now 2 months
she's
old,
beautiful.
and so far your people haven't done anything about
Wait,
it.
2 months?
This author could be in danger for all we know.
He dead.
And to make matters worse, his wife has disappeared along with him. So explain to me why we can't go public with this. We're going to need
I
all
feel
the
like-
help we can get.
Look, Richard, I'm sticking to my guns on this decision, and that's final. This Nance fellow continues to send in his manuscripts every week before his deadline.
Yeah, by fax.
Sure, they're sent by fax, but the editors and his own daughter verify that it's his work. It sounds to me like this guy is just being flaky about contacting his daughter.
Then you need to take
No.
a much closer look at those faxes. I'm telling you, there's something fishy about them. Take a look at those signatures and you'll see what I mean.
What's that? No one ever said anything to me about the signatures being strange. What kind of strange?
Nance
Yeah, I
signed
know
his
what he's
name to
looking
the
at.
first 6 chapters. Each individual signature was unique in its own subtle way. But look at the last 3 chapters. His signatures look exactly the same on all 3, as if they'd been photocopied. See, here are the last 3 chapters. There's no difference between them. I think this is proof that Mr. Nance is in a situation where he can't sign his own manuscript.
Yup.
He and his wife may be in serious trouble. It's at least worth looking into.
Then who's behind this entire conspiracy?
The
Who's
mom.
holding Mr. Nance against his will?
The
If you had
mom.
received a phone call threatening blackmail or demanding a ransom, then I'd be on board with you. But right now, this case just lacks sufficient evidence. As far as those signatures go, Richard, I see nothing in them that makes me think this guy is in trouble. He probably just got lazy.
Judging
The
from the lack of
mom?
evidence we have so far, it looks like Inspector McGuire is right. There's nothing strange about a writer secluding himself to work. Sure, he hasn't called his daughter in 2 months, but for all I know,
Yeah.
he could have had a falling out that we don't know about.
I
What's still
mean,
bothering me is the tone of that preface he chose to write. It's not his normal style. It's much more aggressive and challenging than anything he's ever written in the past. And
yeah.
his decision to write himself into the story. It's not out of the question, but for this author, it just seems out of character. I still think that the random bold letters throughout the manuscript mean something. They can't just be typos, there's too many of them. But I can't figure out the significance. All I know is the message Mr. Nance wants us to decipher must be encoded in the text somehow.
I've made copies of all the manuscripts in question, and I got clearance from the publisher to let us view the chapter they received today.
I'm telling
I
y'all.
understand Mr. Nance's character has made 4 appearances.
I'd like a copy too, please.
Conan, you shouldn't be bothering the men while they work.
The way he acts
Actually, I
is
do have an
adorable
extra copy
as
if
a
you want
kid.
it. Here.
Thank you.
Hey man, good looking
Looks
out,
like
bro.
Mr. Nance's first appearance is when this detective Simon calls him at his home in France to ask him a question about some case he's been working on. The second time is also in France.
Uh-huh.
Same goes for the third appearance. And the fourth as well. Your father sure took a liking to France, didn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
he and
but
my mother
France-
travel there every year.
I'm certain he's hidden his message in the chapters where he writes himself into the story.
Are we
No
going to
matter how many
France?
times I look at this, I can't seem to find a clue.
Excuse me. Inspector High, I was wondering if I could start preparing Chapter 9 of Prime Objective for the printers. It's due to be printed in the morning.
Prime
Bro,
objective, what's that?
the writer could be dead?
That's the title of the manuscript you're reading right now, sir.
Prime what? Prime rib? Prime
Prime
numbers?
objective.
Promise, you know.
Could that be the clue I've been looking for?
Is she gonna notice? Cause it's canon. She might notice. Oh, it's Jimmy again.
This must be it.
What?
Just as I thought. Mr. Nance's message is hidden within the text of the chapters. That means the aggressive, challenging preface he wrote, as well as his appearance in his own novel, and the odd restrictions placed on the editorial staff all fall into place.
It's to save
Now,
him?
what are the motives behind the people holding him and his wife hostage?
Oh,
What could they
okay.
possibly hope to gain from this?
Oh, they might be
I know
still alive
there's
then.
something I'm missing. But what?
Okay, my theory is okay. If they're not, they have nothing to do with it. Wait, is it done? Oh, wow. Okay, I'm guessing the end is a preview, so let's stay away from that. Okay, but okay, my dumb theory, and you know my theories are ass. Okay, and give me a break. I'm not in the great mindset right now, but he stole that show's work, right, from someone else, and maybe he thought he died, and then he came back, and then he abducted the wife and husband, and yeah, now they're yeah. That's my theory. You know what? In my mind, I had more. My mind's not working right now. But guys, thank you for watching. Honestly, it's been demotivating the last couple days. Because of the situations I've been going through, and also getting a copyright strike that hit me in the gut. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's just made me like be scared to upload. You get what I mean? And be scared of like the next day I'm gonna get like another one. But it was with manga. It was with it wasn't with any anime. Hopefully I'm doing a good job with like phase the opacity and all that stuff. But yeah, but anyways, thank you guys. Hopefully soon I can get back to that good mindset. But I'm still gonna be trying my best. I'm still gonna be uploading videos for you guys. And yeah, just have a little patience for me. And yeah, I love you guys. Till next time.